Apropos what we're just talking about, tell me a little bit, Pauline, about what's involved in, say, pulling names such as Jim Sheridan last year, major names, Stephen Frears, Steve Coogan. How easy is it to deal with them in terms of the scale of work they're stuck in day to day? We're just a part of their lives for the next few days, that's all.
That's all, and funnily enough, it's so funny when you are pairing a festival like this. You have to choose your guys, you have to choose your male, your female, your artists, whatever it is. You need to choose them about 6 to 8 months in advance because their schedule is so hectic. They will try and slot you in there. Now, Jim Sheridan, the Lenny Abramsons, they've become friends of ours now and they're patrons of ours. So they want to come down and help and support. Lenny would be here today except for he's filming in Berlin and couldn't get a direct flight back. So we have all that, but how do we do them? If they come once, they want to come back. That's the trick. Mike Lee is hopefully going to come back to us. Maybe not next year, but the year after again. If you treat them well and respect them, and they love the fact that it's up close and personal. They love the fact that it's not big pomp and ceremony.
Yeah, I think the scale of it, Pauline, leaves a mark, doesn't it?
It does, and they love the fact that they can get to meet each other.
Yeah.
They're like they were saying the big festivals. Sometimes they don't even know that they're there. That each other was there.
Yeah.
They meet back in England, and they say, "Oh, I was at that one."
All right.
They don't get the opportunity.
Yeah.
Whereas here they do.
The idea and the brainchild basically of this has to do with a collective of people. You'll see them across the road in the office, you know, the Morrises, the Helens, the Hillarys, you, Bridie. Basically, can you tell me, how did this come about? How did a small place like Skull wind up with a community of people in the arts who said, you know what, this would be a nice thing to start and roll? How did it all begin?
It actually began about in 2007 or was it 2008. There used to be an art weekend here, and that was visual art. And Helen was running it at one year, and she was in a bit of a bind because she had no show for the last night. And I said to her, let's not panic, let's do something really unique, which is art in itself. So I spoke to Morris, right? And I said to Morris, pick your favourite movie. We will show that and you will tell us why. But you have to do it through music. And then we brought David into it, David Putman. And I said, David, choose your favourite movie, tell us why. He brought The Lives of Others. Morris, of course, brought The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, because the music of that, you know, Morricone, he just fell in love with it. And then they did a basic sort of workshop. While they showed the film afterwards, it was Q&As, and it was sort of seeded and formatted there. And then I'd been working with the children. They'd be coming in showing me the videos they shot in the summer, and I said, you should make one. So then we discovered, you know, it was a great idea to do something unique, bring some income into the village, have a festival with no cinema, and just see how it works. But there were so many people behind the scene. So many people. You're talking about the technical Martin. He is just a little whiz. Martin and Shamey, you know them lads, you've met them. They're just, you know, but there's also the community.
Yeah, but that's the unseen committee in some ways, isn't it, really?
It is indeed, yeah. They're not in for the accolades.
Yeah.
You know, they're there. I mean, the design, Paul Gould, you have Digiford that came on board and bought the server, well, through West Cork Development, I must say, have been great. And our sponsors. If I start naming you, I will forget somebody, but you know who you are. It'll be up on the feed sheet after this, but thank you. And oh, by the way, we always need more money. But all those people, Digiford, buying the server, relaying it out, being clever enough to do that, that's what it's all about. It's the community. The community stood back in the beginning.
Did they?
I think they did. I think it was sort of a case, oh God, not another festival.
All right.
Thinking it would flop. And not actually even thinking it would flop, but actually sort of saying, we'll wait and see. It's a lovely Irish attitude. Let's wait and see. But now they are 120% behind us. And that's what the love, the joy is, you know, that they're there.
Tell me about you personally in relation to this. You fit into this in a very natural way. That, you know, when Pauline wants something done, it gets done. And if something needs to be moved, it gets moved. It's not your bark, it's not your bite, but you convince people around you that it's the right thing to do. Where did that come from? Is that always in you?
God, no, I don't know where that comes from. We have very funny situations in the office now, as you mentioned, the girls. And if there's something that really needs to be done, but it's a tight moment,
all right,
and they go, you do it. Go on, get it. Ask somebody. Come on, nobody will say no to you. Like Michael Howard, who's a very busy carpenter and a really good craftsman. But we discovered we didn't have the flower hanging pots up. So I rang him and I said, oh, darling, please. I came down the next morning, they were done.
all right.
You know, no bill, no charge. He did it. And I think they see too what you're doing for the community. And I think that's why the festival gets the support. They see what we do.
Yeah, and you are part of here for a while.
Oh God, yeah. I'm sort of West Corkonian now.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though
accepted.
some younger years in Cork, but came back down here. Wow, what is Alan now? 26, 27, 28 years ago. Because my mother lived here at the time.
All right.
But she had an accident, so she needed care. But that's me. So now, can I go back, please, to my office? I'm missing it.
We're delighted to have had 10 minutes of your life, Pauline. Off you go.